What's up, Long Drive fans? We are back here with a brand new episode of Smash Factor, and it's your host, Alex Weber, here joining you once again. This past weekend may have only had 2 league events, but the numbers were loud, trust me. We had some serious firepower coming out of Central Texas, while the Mid-Atlantic brought its own heat with a mix of big wins, multi-division champs, and new names stepping up. And don't forget, we are going to be closing out the top 10 longest drives of the season with a bang, potentially. We do have 2 names locked in for the top spot. If you haven't checked it out, go to our social media pages at Ultimate Long Drive on Instagram, Facebook, X, and go ahead and check us out on TikTok while you're there. Let's tee it up and break it all down, but let's not forget our wonderful sponsors here at Ultimate Long Drive, starting with Copper Fit, the official glove of Ultimate Long Drive, Tech, 1764 Apparel, Buzz Clear, Short Par 4, Yingling Brewing, Survivor Tees, Shark Attack Golf, T-Claw, Catalyst, and 4 Yards More. Want to give a shout out to a new league starting in Ultimate Long Drive. It's going to be the Florida Emerald Coast League, which will be starting in 2026. We want to thank our new tournament director out there in the Florida Emerald Coast League, Jay Grider, for joining the Ultimate Long Drive family. Go check that out and wait for more news to come out of the Emerald Coast League in Florida for Ultimate Long Drive. Let's jump into the Central Texas League now, where we kick off things with Nathaniel Long making it loud and clear in the U15 boys division, blasting a 345-yard bomb to secure the win. James Barnett kept that momentum rolling with not one, but 2 division wins, taking the adaptive at 368 yards and the men's 35 at 350. Not to be outdone, Chris Nolan showed up and showed out, winning both the men's 50 and open men's pro divisions. His 382-yard nuke was the longest drive of the weekend, and he added another W with a 361-yard ball. Adriana McDonald stayed in that multi-division club with the Open Women's Pro and the Women's 40 Pro with drives of 334 and 329 yards. Finally, Cody Brooks kept it sharp with a crisp 350-yard drive to win the Open Men's Division. Let's move over now to the Mid-Atlantic League, where things got underway with Tyler Garvey launching a 259-yard drive in the U13 Boys Division. Paul J. Carlos took the men's 35 with a 250-yard drive, while Morgan Malisen hit 266 yards to win the women's 35. In the men's 45, Craig Morelli fired his best of the day at 294 yards, and the White family kept things moving, with Jennifer White claiming the women's 45 and 50 at 200 and 190 yards, and Ulysses White taking the men's 55 with a 269-yard win. Brian Hare punched out a strong 303-yard ball to grab the men's 50 title by an 11-yard margin. Then came Terry, the Terminator Kirkland, locking in 3 wins, the men's 50 pro at 290, the men's 55 pro at 293, and finally the Valor division at 298 yards. Paul Carlos kept the scoreboard busy in the men's 65 with a 261-yard shot, and Mike Porter showed the old school still has juice, winning the men's 70 with a 240-yard shot. Anthony Davidson brought the heat in the open men's division with a 347-yard drive, and Corey Garvey took down the open men's pro with a 337-yard bomb. That was all that happened this weekend at Ultimate Long Drive. Some good numbers in both leagues. Let's jump into the schedule now, where May 10th, this upcoming weekend, we have 4 events. The Minnesota-Iowa League will have their 8th event of the season at the Bertram Chain of Lakes from 10 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. SoCal League will be hosting another event, their 5th of the season, from 11 a.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. at the Morongo Golf Club at Tequette Canyon. Coastal Carolina League will be hosting another event, their 5th of the season, May 10th, 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock p.m. here in the ULD Academy Training Center. And the final event on the 10th, the Western Carolina League will host their 6th event of the season at the 4U driving range from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock p.m. A little chance for you to hit under the lights, get yourself some good TikTok moments, whatever you need to get. Head out there to the Western Carolina League. Moving on to May 16th, this is a rescheduled event for the Arizona League. Their first, the season opener, going to be for double points back at the Dobson Ranch Golf Course. It's going to be from 5 to 7 o'clock p.m. So go check that out if you're out there on the West Coast or near Arizona. There's a league opening for you. Michigan League will host their 3rd event of the season on May 17th at Tap-Ins from 11 a.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. And the 24th of May will also have an event for the Mid-Atlantic League, their 7th of the season at the Woodridge Farm Brewery from 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock p.m. And on the 25th, the final event of May, Western PA League will host their 4th event of the season at Miller Golf Center from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock p.m. The rest of the schedule is up on ultimatelongdrive.com. You can go check out the June schedule there and what's to come after that in July, and so on and so forth. The North American Tour schedule is also up on ultimatelongdrive.com. There is just a few left, so if you want to make the chance, make a name for yourself, go to ultimatelongdrive.com, go to the North American Tour tab. We've got the East Coast Classic coming up, which is going to be June 7th from 11 a.m. to 8 o'clock p.m., and it's in Livingston, Virginia, the Woodridge Farm Brewery, which we just talked about. July 12th, we're going to be in Connecticut at the Coates Driving Range. July 12th, go check it out. And then July 26th, the North American Tour stop will be heading to Colorado at the Bigfoot Turf Farm from 11 a.m. to 6 o'clock p.m. So again, all that information available on ultimatelongdrive.com. You can go check out leagues, results, rankings, the schedule coming up, and even some pretty cool discount codes if you're a member here at Ultimate Long Drive. So once again, ultimatelongdrive.com. I'm going to ingrain it in your head. But thanks again for coming back here to this episode of Smash Factor, where we cover all things Ultimate Long Drive. Stay tuned. Check us back here next week. See you next time.